Many people, whether American or not, believe they have a decent understanding of how the American judicial system operates. After all, the United States is one of the world's largest television producers, having created innumerable detective dramas and criminal procedurals. However, even reality-based shows take a lot of creative license and don't always provide an accurate image of what things are like. So this video dives deeper into some common fallacies regarding the American justice system. Myth: prisoners are protected and can't be used for forced labor. Most people think that the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution bans slavery and all forms of involuntary labor. The Emancipation Proclamation was only the beginning. The amendment brought things to a conclusion. However, the amendment includes an undesirable clause known as the exception clause. This section states that no one shall be employed for any form of involuntary labor unless they have been convicted of a crime, in which case it is permissible. This has had a significant impact on the United States jail system, as many prisons use convicts as laborers and pay them cents on the dollar. Sometimes the work is voluntary, sometimes it is not. A small number of states have outright prohibited slavery, and Colorado has joined that list. According to accounts, some prisoners are still pushed into labor against their will and punished when they refuse to work for free or cheaply. Many human rights organizations feel the amendment should be changed to prevent abuse, while others argue that that ship has already departed. Myth: police are not legally allowed to lie to you. This tale has several levels and variants. One of the most common explanations is that if you question an undercover officer if he is a cop, he must tell you the truth. This misconception has persisted in part because many criminals may ask someone if they are a cop, not because cops are required to tell the truth, but to evaluate their reaction. A behavior that has spread to television and Hollywood. Of course, such a strategy would result in undercover officers being continually killed and unable to perform their duties. Thus, that is not true. Furthermore, police personnel can and will lie to you about a variety of topics. When the police question someone they believe has committed a crime, they can and frequently do use a variety of lies. Some of the most typical lies they tell include claiming to have evidence against you that they have yet to obtain, claiming that you are or are not being filmed, when this is not the case, offering you food or drink in exchange for your DNA, and many others. The truth is that they cannot lie to you about your actual legal rights and how to use them. Myth: it is more expensive to keep murderers alive than use the death penalty. The death penalty is one of the most divisive policies in the world. Many countries are now attempting to prohibit it, and it is becoming less common in the United States of America. Many people are against it because they believe it is inhumane and will not save lives. They further believe that the death sentence has not been demonstrated to deter murder. However, even if you believe that the death penalty is not a particularly horrible practice, there are financial problems that make it problematic. Many people believe that life in prison must be significantly more expensive due to the annual costs of keeping someone alive. Others recognize that the death sentence is far more expensive, but they believe it is because of our appeal system. Those who are aware of this may argue that we should just make it more difficult to appeal death sentence convictions. However, this is also a misunderstanding. The truth is that the trial, not the appeals, what drives up the cost of death sentence cases. Before you can appeal, you need two trials, one to condemn and one to determine whether the death penalty is suitable. These cases require more prosecutorial resources than any other.